So hey guys, welcome to my channel. Um, this is probably one of the, well, probably the only video I've ever made about life issues, and in this case, it's about my journey through nursing school and the journey through getting rid of my NCLEX and eventually passing it, which was a great feeling, and that's why I feel compelled to at least make this video to help those that they're going through the nursing school, going through the journey, and of course maybe getting ready or just about to take the NCLEX, which is of course we know it's the best, the biggest test that we all get ready for. Um, so just a little bit about me. My name is Kennedy. And again, one of the other reasons I wanted to make this video as well is I feel like a lot of people make this video about just their journey through NCLEX, but not their journey through nursing school, which are both maybe equally important. Um, so I really wanted to take time and explain to those that are curious, those that maybe want to know more about my journey. And I don't know, my hope is it's going to help anyone looking for help. So there you go. A little bit about my background is first of all, this is I got my BSN a couple months ago, um, and and before that I had my biochemistry bachelor's degree, and I wanted to be a pharmacist before that. But I found out the hard way that I didn't want to be a pharmacist because I waited until the end to shadow a pharmacist. And then it just really didn't go well with me. So I ended up doing a couple odd jobs, working in a lab, working in a research lab, micro lab, and still it really didn't work well with me. I ended up working with Wells Fargo for a year. Again, the office job really didn't sit well with me either. Um, and then it just happened that I got a job being a lab assistant. Well, a phlebotomist, if you'd call it. But so I did that for almost 6 months, and then I started being drawn towards being a nurse. So eventually, I looked up into schools that I would want to attend, and then I was looking up to. And then I came across the program, the ABSN program, which is a 12-month BSN program, but it requires that you have previous number of credits. I think in my school they require 68 undergraduate credits, which I think most of the people in my program already had a different degree. It doesn't matter which degree, just a bachelor's degree in any kind of field. Um, so well, there you go. Just a little background about me. Now you have it. So a journey through nursing school. It was a little bit rough. I had a daughter that I had to take care of. I had to work, so I had to work full time. And then of course I have to go to I had to do schoolwork. They advise you not to work, but in my situation it was I had to work, like there was no choice. I didn't have any wiggle room. So anyway, I did all those three. So my journey was a little bit more tougher than the others were, but nonetheless I did it. I, the good thing is I worked overnight, so I would study at my job, which helped. So anyway, I did it. I survived eventually, and I was able to get through the 12 months. Well, relatively fairly well. I want to say easily. To be honest with you, it was. I don't think it was that bad. Maybe because I was so focused that I had all ducks in a row, and I had my time planned out from Monday to Friday and Saturday, whatever. Um, so yeah, the program itself is doable. Don't let anybody tell you it's hard. It's hard, but it's doable. So I guess that's the biggest thing. But yeah, well, there you go. So anyway, I did that, and then something else I want to talk about, and maybe this is a little bit more important, and probably everyone is looking to hear from about this, is about NCLEX. I did my NCLEX, and I passed. And I guess another thing also I wanted to touch about is how I got ready for NCLEX. I just use UWorld, which I would advise you to use UWorld. It's worth the money. It's a little bit pricey, but it's worth the money. So I got the basic package, like one of the basic packages that gives you, I think, about 2,100 bank questions. That you just kind of read through the questions, but those questions are golden. They're golden. They give you rationale. of why this answer is right, why this is not, you know. And I think that's what you need, is a test taking strategy. I think that's very important. Other than the knowledge, other than the skills that you already learned through school, the test taking strategy, I think for me, is the most important tool sometimes that a lot of students don't have. And I think UWorld gives you that. If you read through those rationales, it gives you that. And then of course, I bet you know this, but UWorld is pretty much, it mirrors the NCLEX. It mirrors the NCLEX exactly what it does. So anyway, after going through the questions, I decided to take the assessment, because it gives you assessment. But the package I got didn't have assessment, so I had to pay another $80. It pinched me a little bit. It stung a little bit, but I wanted to know at least where I was sitting at, because they say whatever UWorld tells you should be pretty close to what you will be at. So I took the assessment. It gives me a high chance. So there's 4 categories. I think there's very high chance, borderline, and then low chance, something like that. And it gave me high chance, so I felt good going into it. I did it, and I passed. I was freaking out. You have to wait for 48 hours to get your results. So I waited for those 48 agonizing hours. You know, that was excruciating. I could not wait. But anyway, I really just wanted to. The whole point of making this video is I wanted to at least give you hope. If you think that you're going through a problem right now, you think it's hard, you think it's it's tough. Stick to it. Stick to it. Do what you've been doing. If you think something is not right, talk to somebody. You can drop a comment down below, and I can try to answer to my best. I don't have all the answers. Halfway through the program, I felt like I was being blown back and forth, because the program is so fast, so intense. So the way our program, and the school is Mercy College here in Des Moines, Iowa. It's kind of like in the middle of nowhere, but it's still, it's still a good school, pretty cheap. The program itself was I think $30,000 for the whole program. The regular program was $50,000, so you can see there's quite of a difference there. So anyway, so I did that, and the way the program is set is it's set in 5 terms. The first 4 terms are 8 weeks each. So you're taking a class for 8 weeks. You're taking, for example, anatomy and physiology for 8 weeks. You're taking nursing 1 for 8 weeks. So it's fast. It's deep down and dirty, just like that. And you have to pick those things. You have to go. Sometimes you have to take a quiz that you forgot to study for, because you forgot that you had a quiz today, and you get a C, you get a D, whatever, and you learn to survive, you learn to adapt, and you move on, right? And then the last week is 15 weeks, and mostly that is just almost purely clinicals. The way our 15 weeks was set was the first 7 weeks were coursework and some clinicals a little bit, and then the last 8 weeks was just purely clinical. Of course, we got a little bit messed up with COVID, but they found a way to give us like online, clinicals, some kind of a bullshit. But I mean, it still worked. It still kind of gave us something to learn. So anyway, whatever journey you're going through, I really just want to give you hope. Stick to it. Hang in there. Keep doing what you're doing, and you'll be just fine. All right. Bye bye.